Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mika. I'm so happy to be filming again. I don't think you guys understand. I literally haven't sat down in front of my shelves in what feels like forever to film a video. I'm not really the best with my consistent uploading schedule, as you can see, but I'm trying to get better, and that is a New Year's resolution now that it is December. So I have a lot of books to haul for you guys. I know I said I was going on a book buying ban like maybe 3 videos ago, and honestly that video was uploaded a while ago. I feel like that video was uploaded 3 months ago. That was like the last time I filmed a book haul, and I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely acquired a few books since then. I'm just so excited to show them all to you, of course. So I am partnering with Wattpad Books for this video. Can you believe it? Like, Wattpad Books, the Wattpad. When they reached out to me with the opportunity to talk about one of my all-time favorite series that was on Wattpad, I could not say no. So we're just gonna jump right into it and show you guys the first 3 books of this book haul. And that is the She's With Me trilogy by Jessica Consolo. We have She's With Me, Stay With Me, and then last but not least, Still With Me. So I read these books back on Wattpad, like I mentioned before. They are YA / like new adult contemporary. I'm pretty sure the first book starts off with them being seniors in high school, and then it progresses throughout that. It also has like a bit of a thriller aspect to it as well. So in She's With Me, we follow Amelia, and Amelia literally just wants to have her senior year be stress-free. She doesn't want to bring too much attention to herself. However, she meets Aiden, and Aiden is the talk of the school. Everyone wants Aiden, and so even though Amelia was trying to keep a low-key profile, her friendship that blossoms with Aiden actually brings a lot of attention, and Aiden's ex-girlfriend threatens Amelia in ways that will definitely bring attention to her, and that is the last possible thing that she needs happening in her life. Little synopsis says, a new town, a new love, another chance to stay alive. It's so cool to see like a series that you read on Wattpad be published. Like, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but yeah, whenever people ask me what books to read on Wattpad, I usually always recommend this one. It's in one of my lists. I think it's like in one of my like fave lists. It's also such a quick read. I read this in my Harry Styles vlog, which was my last video I uploaded. I had the best time reading this. I read it on the plane back home. If you really liked reading Wattpad books that weren't fan fiction, I think you would really like this. It honestly is giving found family. We have a strong supportive friend group in this book. Amelia is super funny. Aiden is super cute. So yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Thank you to Wattpad Books for sending me over all 3 books in the series. You can get these books now. The link will be down below in my description. Thank you, Wattpad, again for partnering with me for this video. And let's get into the rest of the books. I have so many books to show you guys. It's actually insane. So the next book we have is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I honestly was so intrigued as soon as I heard like a mini synopsis on this book. So this one I think is about this really rich preppy girl who pretty much gets exiled from her family. Like, they cut her off completely, and so she has to go to this little small town, and she meets a like grumpy small town guy, you know, like the muscular like mountain man type people. Yeah, that's the energy he's giving off in the cover, and he's like, you should not be here, like, why are you here? It's definitely giving like that trope where the small town local guy doesn't like the newcomer because she's definitely like super rich and completely out of touch with reality. I love stories like that so much. And he's a sailor. Like, I don't know, I think that's very attractive. Anyways, yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. I went to Barnes & Noble randomly with my mom a few weeks ago, and I just wanted to buy something, so I got It Happened One Summer. So the next few books are all Colleen Hoover books. Kristen over at Leo PR recently sent me just a box full of them. I told her that I really wanted to read a bunch of Colleen Hoover books, and she just sent me a crap ton, which I was literally shook, shocked, and shaken. But the first one that I'm going to show you guys, I actually got myself, and that is Verity. And I read Verity last year, I think, or super early this year, one or the other. I honestly don't even remember. Time has just combined into one big thing for me. Like, I can't even tell you when I read this book, but I do know that I read it and I actually did really enjoy it. This is Colleen Hoover's, I think, first thriller. Honestly, for a romance author to write a thriller, I think that this was really good. I don't even really read thrillers like that or life thrillers that much. I try to get into them and I feel like it has to be like a really good written thriller for me to have my interest throughout the entire book. But this did that. I was actually very intrigued throughout the entire thing, and when I tell you the ending had me like, what the fuck just happened? I definitely thought about the ending for a few days, so if you want like a fun, quick, easy to read thriller, definitely pick this up. It's not like super scary, if that's what you want. Like, I know a lot of people say that this book is absolutely terrifying and that they were quivering in their boots, but it really wasn't like that. I think it's more so a psychological thriller, because it doesn't have that like aspect where if I was reading it alone in my room I would be scared. It's more so when I finished it I was like, this is kind of a mind fuck and I have no idea what just happened, but I loved it. The next Colleen Hoover book we have is Heartbones. So I read this, and y'all, I loved this book so much. I actually really enjoyed this, okay? It's also pretty cool because all the Colleen Hoover books I have besides Verity and It Ends With Us are signed, so that's really cool. But I actually enjoyed this book so much. I recently did an Instagram post, and a quote from this book was the cover of that post. I might put this in like a romance favorites soon. I feel like I should film one of those. I've been seeing that go around a lot on YouTube. Next up we have All Your Perfects. I read this last month or 2 months ago. I had a lot of thoughts on it. I didn't even rate it, but yeah, I read this one. I don't even really know what to think about it to this day. There's nothing to really say about it, so let's move on. Then we have Without Merit, and I love the cover of Without Merit. I literally want to read this book simply because of the cover. It has like a bunch of paper clips on it. Are these paper clips? No, these aren't paper clips. They're like pins. Those little thingies on it. I think you can see it. This one is more so a family-oriented type of story. It's about Merritt Voss and her family, and Merritt is just the odd thumb in her huge dysfunctional family, and I believe there's like a secret that threatens to unravel that could just like ruin everything. And of course there is a guy who is allegedly completely unavailable to Merritt, and of course I'm pretty sure that makes her want him even more, which it'd be like that. So yeah, I don't know, this one sounds really interesting to me. I definitely think I will be reading this soon. I feel like Colleen Hoover is one of those authors that you can just sit down, pick up one of her books and read it in one sitting. I've basically read every single Colleen Hoover book in one sitting. Her writing is just so easy and fun to read. Then we have November 9. I'm pretty sure I don't need to really go into what November 9 is about. A lot of people have read this one. I haven't read November 9. I don't know when or if I'm planning to still. And then there's Hopeless, which my best friend, this was one of her first Colleen Hoover books, and she says she absolutely loved it. And when I do look at Colleen Hoover's ratings, this one I think has one of the best ratings. But considering the title Hopeless, it stresses me out, and I don't really want like a sad type of romance right now, so I've been putting this one off for quite some time. And then we have Confess, which Confess is another book that I've been really looking forward to reading by her. It's very short and the cover's stunning. I think you can see it on camera. Like, it looks really bright for me, but I think when I'm editing it you'll be able to see it. Want to go into it not knowing too much, but from the little bit of the synopsis that I read, I believe this girl basically has like her life unraveled at the moment, and she has to confess something in order to save her relationship, but we don't really know what it is that she has to confess. I don't know when I'll read this. I was planning on reading it the other day, but I feel like I'm kind of falling in a reading slump, and I don't know, it's been stressing me out. I don't know what book I'm in the mood for. You know the drill. Okay, so the next book I'm not sure if I've already hauled, but that is A Lesson in Vengeance, and this is by Victoria Lee. This was the Owl Crate edition, and it is simply stunning, you guys. It has one of those little, like, you know, the Ouija board thingies. I don't really fuck with that, but it does have it on the cover, and it's stunning, don't get me wrong, but like, definitely not for me. But I love the artwork under the dust jacket. I believe it's a reversible dust jacket, and then it has silver sprayed edges. I think I showed this in one of my unboxings on my channel. You can go check that out, and also all the codes and stuff that I have for these companies will be linked down below in the description. Definitely one of my favorite editions that I've gotten from them so far, and I cannot wait to read it. It's sapphic, it is dark academia, and we love that. Then we have the advanced reader's copy of Our Violent Ends. I believe this book already came out, and I do have the finished copy somewhere in this haul, but it's so beautiful. Like, it's just stunning, and it's a floppy paperback. I love it because Simon Teen usually sends floppy paperbacks and they're so fun. Like, look at that. Next up we have Truth or Tequila, and this is by Donna Schwartz. I was just scrolling on Amazon and I came across this book and I was like, okay, it has the cute little covers that we all love and know, so maybe I should try this out. And I haven't read it yet. I started to read it, but then I realized I wasn't in the mood for this specific like type of romance, and it takes place in Miami, which if you didn't know, that's where I live. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And it is about this girl and a baseball player, so I believe it's a sports romance. Well, it is a sports romance if it's about a baseball player. So he's like very arrogant, very much a douchebag, and she does not take bullshit, which we love. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this eventually. Then we have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Kingdom of the Curse. You're gonna be seeing this book a few more times, I believe. I think I have one more edition of this book to show you guys. I don't know what's in the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I think it might just be, oh, it's a deleted scene from Kingdom of the Wicked directly after chapter 4 of the final draft. So that's what's in the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It's really pretty. Don't have anywhere to put it on my shelf. By the way, all the books that I've been showing you guys are the ones that are on my library cart because I literally have nowhere to put these right now on my shelves. So then we have this stunning copy of Once Upon a Broken Heart, and this is by Stephanie Garber. It is the UK edition. The first printing, I believe, had different types of foilings that you could get on the cover, and I got the one with the fox. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy I ended up getting this. I haven't read Once Upon a Broken Heart yet, and this is another book that you might be seeing a lot of. I feel like I'm gonna like it. I really liked Caraval and that series. This is about Jack, who is like the Prince of Hearts, and his kiss is known to be one of the deadliest because it always comes with a price. So, and then we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and this is the stunning special collector's edition. It's the illustrated anniversary edition, and it has these stunning end pages and beautiful artwork on the inside as well. Like, are you joking? Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm really happy I managed to get my hands on a copy. It also has a ribbon bookmark. Okay, so the next edition is a fairyloot one, I believe, and that is Witches Steeped in Gold. So stunning. It's actually very small though, so I don't really know where I'm gonna be able to put this on my shelves. Has a ribbon bookmark, stenciled edges. It of course is signed by the author herself, and then we have this beautiful artwork, if you can see that, and then there's this man who I have no idea who that is. But yeah, I am so blessed to have this beautiful copy. I can't wait to put this on my shelf. We have this beautiful signed exclusive edition of This Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. This is still in its plastic wrap. I haven't taken it out yet. I think I got this in an unplugged book box, but that is Ace of Spades. I cannot wait to read this. The cover is literally everything. I believe this is dark academia as well. It does take place in an academic setting. I believe they're at boarding school, and the superintendent or like the dean of this school is like really racist allegedly and trying to kind of ruin these two characters' lives. That's what I think it's about, or from what I've heard it's about. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Then the next book kind of comes with a little bit of a story time. That is the fairyloot edition of Kingdom of the Wicked. It's the stunning edition that has like these beautiful end pages, and it has like the really hot illustration of Wrath and Amelia. She's back there, you can see her. And then like the cover, look at how beautiful that is. Okay, so story time. Basically, I really wanted this edition, and so my really good friend Leora offered to send me her edition because she just like had absolutely no use for it. She ended up not being able to send this to me like herself, so I had to give it to someone else to send to me, and that beautiful person is Sabine over at Sabine's Book Nook. She sent this book to me months ago, and I thought it got lost in the mail. I just had absolutely no idea where it was. I was like, oh my god, I cannot find this book. I think it got lost because I never got it in the mail. I never got the email confirming that it was shipped, all of that. So when I managed to get the second edition of the fairyloot one, I was like kind of sad because I wouldn't have the matching one. Turns out it was literally in my room all of those months. My mom had come into my room and put a fairyloot box, and I thought that that fairyloot box was a box that I had to use to unbox for fairyloot, and I let it pile up until finally opening it and doing my last unboxing. I realized this book was in that box. books the whole freaking time. I'm really happy to finally own it now. It's literally so beautiful. It's even more beautiful in person. Then we have these two stunning editions of Bespoutine by Margaret Rogerson. This is the regular edition that Simon Teen sent to me, and then this is the Owl Crate edition, and the only difference is that this one has gold foiling and this one has silver, and I believe this one's signed. So another book I got from a book box company, I believe this was from Fairyloot, was these Holo Vows by Lexi Ryan. It also has stenciled edges. This was the August book, and then of course we have the design on the hardback and the artwork. And I was talking to Brittany from Brittany's the Bibliophile the other day, and she was telling me how these characters, wait, I have to show you guys the whole thing, so let me take it off. These characters remind us so much of so many characters. This one right here reminds us of Reese from Sarah J. Maas's series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. This one is giving off Poppy energy from Blood and Ash. And then this one is giving off Rowan energy from the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. So yeah, that was just something that we noticed, and I thought it would be fun to share with the class. So next up we have another book that I got in a Owl Crate box, and that is Lakeside. This is by Lyndall Clipstone. This is absolutely beautiful. Like literally, I'm obsessed with this. It's just a regular hardcover. It doesn't have a dust jacket or anything. Then there's this stunning edition of 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim, and it has of course the stenciled edges. It's so beautiful. I believe this is also from Fairyloot. Yeah, this was in the July box, and it has this beautiful art, and that's on the dust jacket. Can you see that? Okay, so the next book that I'm going to show you guys is another edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I couldn't remember, but it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Again, I don't know what it has. I think it just has like a behind the scenes, yeah, it just has a behind the scenes like epilogue type of thing. And my favorite part of this book is the fact that it looks like that underneath the dust jacket. It says Recipes of the Ancient North, translated for the first time in 500 years. Beautiful. I love it. And then the team over at Flatiron Books sent me the original copy of Once Upon a Broken Heart, so thank you so much to Flatiron Books. And then Tor Books sent me over a special edition of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. It's just like simple with blue, and it has that with like the constellation. I have so many editions of so many books, and I know a lot of people are like, why do you need that many editions of the same book? And honestly, why not? And then I got the Waterstones edition of Kingdom of the Curse. This one just has blue sprayed edges. It's very pretty, and it is signed by Carrie Maniscalco. I have a question though. I did not see a Waterstones edition of the first book, so if there is one, please let me know if there's like a hardcover Waterstones edition, because if not, I just have this one which doesn't match the OG, and in that case I'll most likely sell this, because again, I have so many editions of this book. But yeah, it is really, really pretty though. I do love the color. Okay, so those were all the books on my library cart that I had not hauled yet. Let's get into the rest of them. I still have a few. So first up, we have the Loomer Crate edition of From Blood and Ash. This is absolutely stunning. It has Poppy on the cover, and then these beautiful red sprayed edges. They're like sprayed and stenciled, honestly. They look stunning. This is how the back looks, and then that is how the underneath the dust jacket looks. It says From Blood and Ash we will rise on the spine. Like, they went all in with this edition, and in typical Mika fashion, I couldn't choose if I wanted to get the Illumicrate editions or the Fairyloot ones, so I got the Fairyloot ones as well. We have From Blood and Ash, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and The Crown of Gilded Bones. They're all very beautiful. They all have like their own individual print on the cover and underneath the dust jacket. Like, can you see that? Oh, I'm doing such a terrible job of showing this. Like, the artwork is just literally beautiful. I'm like so obsessed with it. Oh, on the back it says bow or bleed. What does the first one say? What the heck? Why didn't I check? Oh, it says, is destiny stronger than desire? That's a good question. Is it? And then the last one says, is love stronger than vengeance? I believe love can conquer anything, so I'm gonna say yes. But like, in all seriousness, this book is just so, ooh, he is fine. Anyways, yeah, I clearly have a lot of editions of From Blood and Ash. I kind of need to relax on that. Next up, we have a choices novel, and that is called Major Detours, and this is by Zachary Sergi. And then we have Beasts and Beauty, Dangerous Tales by Soman Chainani, and this cover is so freaky. It's like the wolf going down to eat Little Red. But I'm definitely intrigued. This story is Jack and the Beanstalk, and it has like art. I loved, like, you know, little takes and retellings on the classic stories that we all would hear growing up. So yeah, I can't wait to give this a read. So usually I show all of my book of the month books in my book hauls, but to be honest, I really don't feel like doing that this time. So I'm going to just show the one from November that I was the most excited for, and that was How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days. This is a road trip kind of best friends to lovers story, and of course we have a beautiful black main character, so that is why I'm so excited to read this. The cover is stunning, the premise sounds like something I would just absolutely love, and it's a book of the month pick. So yeah, next up we have a book that one of my OG friends wrote, and that is called Sleeping Around by Morgan Vegas. I was part of her hype team, like the people that talk about the book before it's released, and I was so honored to do that. She designed the cover herself, so definitely go check this book out if you have the chance. So do you guys remember when I told you guys the story about the Kingdom of the Wicked book? Yeah, so in that box, my friend Sabine also sent me over a few more books that she personally just did not want anymore, and yeah, I'm gonna just show them to you guys. So she sent me Call Me By Your Name. I have not seen the movie, I have not read the book. I do want to read the book first, and then maybe I'll watch the movie. I know people talk about the specific scene in the movie. If you know, you know. The girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't. I want to read it. I'm very intrigued. I know it's very problematic, and people are like, this should not have been a book or movie, but I'll be the judge of that. And then we have The Vincent Brothers by Abby Glines. I used to love Abby Glines. I loved her Fallen Too Far series. I read them when I was way too young, I'm gonna be honest. But the Vincent boys, I did read, and I do not remember anything from them. I definitely will be giving these a reread now that she sent me these. Next up we have When the Night Breaks by Janella Angeles, and this is the sequel to Where Dreams Descend. Next up we have Fire with Fire by Destiny Soria, and I believe this was a fairyloot exclusive. So the next book we have is The Violent Season by Sarah Walters, and Sourcebooks Fire actually sent this my way. It says, that's what happened in Wolf Ridge every November. We were haunted by images and dreams of murdering strangers and friends and ourselves. Everyone knew it was real, but everyone pretended it wasn't. That sounds very good. The Violent Season. This one definitely seems like something that would keep me up at night. Oh cool, it has like blood dripping at every chapter break. I have the finished copy of Why We Fly. Then my friends over at Harley Quinn sent me The Wildest Ride, and this is like a cowboy type of story. I remember being so excited getting this book. I think I had just come home from like the Dear Evan Hansen premiere that I got invited to, which was literally insane, and I was so happy and honored to be blessed with that opportunity. And I got this in the mail, and I remember freaking out because I was like, I was in the mood for a cowboy story, which kind of sucks because I didn't end up reading it, but it's just like one of those like random things that now I associate this book with, like Dear Evan Hansen. And then also from Harlequin we have One Christmas Wish by Brenda Jackson. This is perfect because it's December and it's the holiday season, so we love a good Christmas story. Then Simon Teen sent me the finished copy of Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. Beautiful, thick, stunning cover. So then we have Yerba Buena by Lena Lacour, and If I Was Your Girl, and this is by Meredith Russo. So Entangled Teen sent me the next book, and it is called Unraveling 11, and this is by Jerry Chrysalim. I think this is a dystopian book, which is funny because in one of my most recent videos, the unpopular opinions one, I talk about how we need to bring dystopian back. Someone actually commented that all we have to do is walk outside, and honestly, true. But in the literal sense, I do wish we could bring dystopian back, and it's like the gods heard me and they listened and they sent me this book, so I will probably be reading this soon. Then we have You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus, and this says Friends to the End. This is giving off One of Us Is Lying energy. If this is a spin-off, I swear, I feel like we have like 8,000 spin-offs of One of Us Is Lying, and I mean, I really enjoyed the book, so who am I to talk? but still. Oh, this is called Tiny Dancer by Sienna Cherson Siegel and Mark Siegel. Oh my gosh, and I think this is just like a little graphic novel. Then we have Killer Content. This is by Kylie Roche. One of my friends sent me a screenshot of a snippet in this book and it sounded really funny and I was like, I want to read it. I'm assuming it's a thriller about content creators, and yeah, it just seems like a really fun read and I want to get to it soon. And we have Briar Girls. This is by Rebecca Kim Wells. Oh, this is giving Shatter Me. It says Lena has a secret. The touch of her skin can kill. This is definitely giving Shatter Me. It says that she was cursed by a witch before she was born and that she's always lived in fear and isolation. Consider me intrigued. I will be adding this to the TBR. And then we have When We Were Them by Laura Taylor Namey. So I was trying to do a little bit of searching because in one of my past book hauls, I think I hauled this edition of Corrupt. It's like the new covers of Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, and I honestly do not like them that much. I will definitely be owning them. Yes, I will. But I personally liked the original covers of the Devil's Night series. So I went over to one of those like little resale apps and I found the OG cover of Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, and I'm so happy I did. It's literally beautiful. It's in perfect condition. There's like not a single mark on this book, you guys, and I'm very happy. I wish I could find the rest of the books without breaking the bank. They're literally so expensive for no reason. I guess because they're out of print now, and I'm just not willing to spend that much money to get like the OG covers of a book. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna do it. So for now I just have Corrupt. Hopefully in the future I can find some of the rest of the series, preferably Hideaway, because that's Kai's book and Kai is my absolute favorite. Kai Banks, oh my gosh, if you know, you know. The girls that get it, and the ones that don't. Then we have The Insiders by T. John, and I've heard of this author. I feel like I probably read one of their books as well. Then I got this really cool box from Sourcebooks Fire, and they sent me all these cute little things. They sent me like a bunch of little quotes, a pin, and a signed photo card because they sent over the entire paperback trilogy of Furyborn. I do have them in hardcover, but these are floppy paperbacks, and we know how I feel about floppy paperbacks. We love them. Then we have Ashes of Gold by J.L. And then The Excalibur Curse by Kirsten White. I believe this is from the Guinevere Deception. I think I own the Guinevere Deception in paperback. I don't know if I own the second book, but I think this is the last one. I did hear a lot about the Guinevere Deception when it first came out. A lot of people really liked it, but since then the hype has really died down and I haven't really been hearing people talk about the rest of the book. So the next few books that I'm going to be talking about are actually all sent to me from Get Underlined. We have Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen, Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray, An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, Small Favors, and this is by Erin A. Craig, The Lost Story Collections by Michael Scott, and last but not least we have The Desolations of Devil's Acre, and this is by Ransom Riggs from the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. So that is it for this video, you guys. 55% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. If you like this video, definitely subscribe down below. If you want, you can also follow me on my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter. It'll all be linked down below in the description. And of course, don't forget to check out Jessica Consolo's She's With Me series. These books were my everything, and I really hope you guys enjoy them as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.
East and the west, racking up on my breath, power on me, I'm feeling just like a Tesla. Too much tree, the smoke is making my chest hurt. Girl on me, I'm thinking I should've rest her. Hey, I'm thinking I should've rest all night long. She putting me to the test, got a lot on, I'm trying to take out the rest.